Due to our inability to make a video last week of the top 5 games of Week 6, I will be running through what I was right on and what I was wrong on, and then we'll be moving on to Week 7 with my weekly pick'ems. It's back. And my number 5 game of Week 6 was the Pats versus the Jets. Now, the Patriots pulled out a close one with a questionable ending, as the Patriots won 24-17, but the Jets were derived of a touchdown call by the officials. The Patriots squeaked one out. Gronk had a big game with 2 touchdowns. My number 4 matchup of the week was the Auburn Tigers at the LSU Tigers. Now, after LSU lost to Troy a couple weeks ago, I thought there was no chance that they would beat Auburn, which was then the 10th ranked team in the country, but they did. And my number 3 matchup of Week 6, I had Oklahoma at Texas. Now, this is the Red River rivalry, and I thought that Oklahoma would pull this game out in a close one, and they did, as Baker Mayfield threw for the game-winning touchdown late in the game. And my number 2 matchup of Week 6, I had the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this was a chippy, hard-fought game. This was played with gritty defense on both sides, but my dad's favorite team came out with the win at the end, and that's what I predicted. A close, hard-fought game, win for the Steelers. And my number 1 matchup of Week 6, I had the Philadelphia Eagles at the Carolina Panthers. Now, me, being a Panthers fan, I thought the Panthers were going to take this one. This was a matchup of 2 of the top teams in the NFC conference, and it really took one out of me when the Eagles won this ball game. It was because Cam had 2 unlucky picks, and he threw a third one too. Those turnovers will kill you. Therefore, the Eagles won. And finally, on to Week 7. And my number 5 matchup of the week for Week 7 is the Syracuse Orange at the Miami Hurricanes. Now, Syracuse pulled off what might be their biggest win in school football history against number 2 Clemson last week. They played a good game. Although Brian Kelly went out, they played a great game. And Miami is number 8 in the country, but many people think that they are lucky to be in that spot, as they had a couple close games. They had a game against Georgia Tech that went down to the wire. Many feel like that Georgia Tech should have won. But I think that Miami is a superior team. Syracuse will put up a decent fight, but Miami will take this at Hard Rock Stadium. At our number 4 matchup of the week, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. Now, both teams have had decent years so far, but I feel like with Ryan Fitzpatrick coming back to Buffalo, he knows that system. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a decent backup. He's a bit interception prone, but he is a gunslinger. He is unafraid. And that Bills defense is not as good as people think. Give me the Bucks, baby. At our number 3 matchup of the week, we have the Super Bowl 51 rematch versus the Falcons and the Patriots. Now, this game would have been the number 1 game of the week if it was like before the season. I would have said this would be one of the top games of the entire season. But both of these teams had played down to their opponents, and the Patriots defense is bad. And then the Falcons, I don't think they're not an elite team when Matt Ryan is not on his A game. So I think the Patriots will pull this out because it's in Foxborough. At number 2, we have the Michigan Wolverines at the Penn State Nittany Lions. Now, this game features Penn State, number 2 ranked in the nation, only behind Alabama, and Michigan, ranked number 19. Now, I think Michigan has underachieved under Harbaugh, and I feel like Saquon Barkley is going to be a top 3 pick in this year's upcoming NFL draft, and whiteout conditions are expected as everybody's wearing white, and I feel like they're going to obliterate the Michigan Wolverines. At our number 1 matchup of the week, we have the USC Trojans at the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now, this was on our top 10 college football rivalry games. And these teams are both high profile, as we have Sam Darnold for USC, and ND has always had a championship tradition. But I think since it is in South Bend, and I feel like USC is way overrated, I feel like Notre Dame will take this one in a close game. Give me Notre Dame.